What is up, YouTube? What is up, Giants fans? It is your boy Jay Dimes, and we are back at it with another New York Giants video. Back at it with another New York Giants banger. And before we get to this one, if you've not done so yet, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure that subscribe button and join the Dime Dropper gang. Let's hop right into this one. So in this video, I'll be doing my overall thoughts, my overall reaction, and my grade for the Giants in the 2022 NFL Draft. And to start it off, we got started off with the first round. The Giants are able to grab Thibodeaux and Evan Neal with pick 5 and pick 7. Automatic A+. A++ right there. That's a very great way to start off your draft. Both guys are impact starters. Both guys are, you know what I'm saying, they fill their needs at right tackle and edge. Both guys have a chance to, I feel like, be Pro Bowls in their rookie season, like I told y'all. I really want the Giants to go out with the pick 5 and pick 7. Go out and get the guys that are going to have the biggest impact out of the gate. And Thibodeaux and Evan Neal, both guys were at one point #1 overall picks projected. They were both projected to go #1 overall at one point. And you were able to grab both of those guys in the same draft. That's an A++ for me. I love those picks. I'm ecstatic about those players. And I feel like those guys day one can be, you know what I'm saying, impact guys out the gate. Okay, then we go to the second round. Wan'Dale Robinson, wide receiver out of Kentucky. Now, a lot of people had mixed reviews on the pick, a lot of mixed emotions on the pick. If you watch my reaction to the pick, I wasn't mad, I wasn't happy. I was in the middle. I was kind of confused on the pick, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like the Giants took him because they personally know how they're going to use him. Joe Schoen came out himself, said that they have a plan for Wan'Dale Robinson. And I love to hear that. Last year when the Giants took Kadarius Toney, we saw the film. Kadarius Toney's a guy that you got to scheme him the ball. We never heard no one come out and say, we are going to know how to use Kadarius Toney. We are going to plan for Kadarius Toney. We didn't hear that. But Joe Schoen came out and said that we have a plan to use Wan'Dale Robinson. And after I look at the film, I watched some of his highlights and I look at the film mostly, I like him. I love that pick. I like it. But now, do I think it was a bit of a reach? Yeah, I think it was a little bit of a reach. I'm keeping it 100. I do think that was a reach of in the second. But the player himself, production at Kentucky, 104 receptions, which was like second in college football that year. I think he had like 1,300 yards. So the production is there, and he adds that versatility. He adds a different element to the offense. Now I don't think he's like a Tyreek Hill type of guy. He's not like a 100% burn you down the field guy. He's not, but I feel like he's a guy that you got to scheme up plays for him and to get the best out of him. And I feel like the Giants have the people. I feel like they have the people in Mike Kafka and Brian David and those boys to learn how to use Wan'Dale Robinson. I'm excited to see what they do with him. He's a player that I definitely got to keep my eyes on this season, because if you use him the right way, the dude's explosive. The dude's explosive. Just go look at some of his highlights. Go look at the film. He is very explosive. Another pick that I liked was our third round pick, Joshua Ezeudu. I think it's Joshua Ezeudu. I'm going to go with Joshua Ezeudu, offensive guard out of North Carolina. That boy got versatility. I like the versatility pick right there. He's a guy that played some guard. He's a guy that played some tackle. And I feel like he's a guy that can futurely be a starter on the offensive line. Now, day one, is he going to be a starter? No. But he's a guy that has some intangibles that you can build on. He's a guy that I feel like Bobby Johnson can, you know, take under his wing for a year or two. And the next thing you know, he's a starting caliber offensive lineman. And I love that pick. In the third round, you're not guaranteed to get starters. You're not guaranteed to get starters. And another thing is with the Giants, they didn't take the big name guys in the second, third, fourth round. They did not do that. And I feel like that is the reason why some people are kind of not that happy with the picks. Yeah, they didn't take the big name guys. They took guys that they wanted. They took guys that, you know, they took a lot of guys that they had the 30-day visit with. You know what I'm saying? So Joshua Ezeudu is just another guy that I like. I feel like that is a pick that when we look back, we're going to say that is a decent pick right there. He's a starting guard in the NFL, and I really love that pick. Guard out of North Carolina, has a lot of versatility, plays some guard, plays some tackle. I just love that pick. Dane Belton, safety out of Iowa. Now, we took him with the, I think our 4th or 5th round pick. It was our 4th round pick, 114th overall, safety out of Iowa. If you did not know, that Iowa defense last year, it was tough. That Iowa defense last year was very tough. And he's a guy that, you know, he has that versatility again. And he adds on to the depth that the Giants were looking for in the later rounds at safety. I just like his aggressiveness. I love his aggressiveness. Had 5 interceptions last year. But I do think he isn't a guy that you start day one. He's not a guy you start day one. And he's also not like a big name guy. He's also not a big name guy. But I just think that, again, he's a guy that you can develop. You can develop him. He has the versatility of being a linebacker, playing safety up top. I just love that versatility that they went and got in the later rounds. Micah McFadden, linebacker out of Indiana. I really love that pick. Now, Micah McFadden is a guy that, you know, he fits that culture. He's a guy that can be a leader. He was a very great leader for Indiana in college, and when he wasn't on the field, that Indiana defense looked lost. It looked lost, but when he was on the field, when he was the starting middle linebacker, when he was the Mike, he was the guy that led that defense. He was the reason why that defense looked good. When that Indiana defense looked its best, he was the guy that was playing, and I just love that pick. I love how he's basically like a Blake Martinez clone again. We didn't grab Leo Chenal, but we got a guy that can blitz. You can use him as a blitzer. He's decent in pass coverage, and he's also a guy you can go out and put him to go after the quarterback, because he's gonna go after the quarterback. He's gonna wrap up when he has a chance. So overall, I didn't go through every single pick. They had more picks. Cordell Flott, cornerback, slot corner out of LSU. You know, I think the Giants did what they needed to do in this draft. They filled needs and they got depth. Last year, depth was a big problem for them because a lot of injuries happened, and the Giants did not have guys that can fill in day one. They didn't have the guys that can just slide them up in the depth chart. In this draft, the Giants did that. They got their 2 starting guys with Evan Neal and Thibodeaux, and then in the 3rd, 4th round, they start looking for depth. They start looking for versatility guys, and I love that philosophy. I love that philosophy from Joe Schoen. Depth is very important at certain positions. Cornerback is one of them. You gotta have depth. You cannot have enough depth at corner. Offensive line can never have enough depth at offensive line. And after taking the offensive lineman and Evan Neal at 7th, they went and grabbed 2 more offensive linemen from North Carolina, Joshua Ezeudu, and I forgot the other guy's name, but another guard or tackle out of North Carolina. I think his name was Martin something. But again, more depth, and you cannot go wrong with depth. But overall, I would give this draft class a solid A. It's a solid A for me. Day 1, A+. Day 1, A+. Day 2, we started reaching for some guys. So I give like a solid C-. But then to end the draft off, Daniel Bellinger, a guy who I didn't mention yet in the video. I love that pick. A tight end out of San Diego State can block. And when he has a chance to grab the ball, he wasn't really used that much at San Diego State, but that was just the offense in general. I feel like he has a chance to be a starting caliber tight end. A lot of people say he's that Dawson Knox type of guy. And Dawson Knox, if you did not know, from Buffalo, is a decent starting tight end, a very good tight end from the Buffalo Bills. So if we're getting a guy like Dawson Knox and Daniel Bellinger, I love that draft class. I love it. You know what I'm saying? You grab your 2 starting guys who can potentially be franchise-changing game changers in Evan Neal and Thibodeaux, and then you grab some guys that when we look back 5 years from now, we say those guys are, you know, very great picks right then and there. So overall, I'll give this draft class an A. I love some of these picks, and I'm just excited to see what these guys do when it's time to put on the pads and we see them in the big blue uniform. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, hit the subscribe button, and until then, it's Big Boy J Downs, and I am out. Go Giants.